So as you guys know, I like my new designer releases. Every so often there is a crap ton of new releases that are coming out at the exact same time, and I like to make a video so that we can go through them together, because even though I'm posting the pre-release information on my community tab, if there's a lot of them, I might not have the time to go through, read what they're all about. So that's what this video is going to be about. We're going to go through all of the new releases in the designer community that are either pre-released right now, partially released, or going to be coming out very soon. And then we're going to go through, I'll let you know which ones sound the best to me, any ones that you guys might be interested in, give you a little bit of a breakdown. And so that's what we're going to do. Without further ado, let's get it. Hey, what's going on everyone? Welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be talking about something that normally I don't go through and do these types of videos unless I really have to. So last year there was 36 new releases in the designer community that I thought was a crap ton, and most of them were released in the first 5 or 6 months of the year. Well, I can tell you that this year I thought it was going to be slower than that, but we are almost rounding 30 new release fragrances at this point in time, including the ones that I'm about to talk about. So it's getting a little bit crazy for me. But I like to make videos like this when we have a bunch of new releases that are going to be announced, or they're already announced at this point in time, that I already know about. And so we're going to talk about those today. Before I get into it, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, and follow me on Instagram and TikTok. So there's one fragrance out of this entire list that is already released on Dillard's, as you guys might already know, and that is one that I'm not going to be picking up until it does hit Macy's website, and that is Prada Ocean Eau de Parfum. So I will start out with that one. Prada Ocean Eau de Parfum is one that I was going to pick up. I was excited to pick up, even though I can say the original Prada Ocean, when it first came out, it took me about 1.5 years to actually enjoy the fragrance. I didn't like it at first, and even right now, I can't say it's a love for me. I do like the fragrance. It's just I haven't got past that like stage. I still wear it. It's just not one that I pull above others. I did hear that this one is better than the original, but from a lot of people I heard it is very similar to the original. It's just better blended, adding in a little bit of vanilla, stuff like that. I heard, so if you like the original, then you'll definitely most likely like this one from what I'm hearing. But again, because I don't necessarily love the original, I'm putting this one on the back burner because of the fact that if you buy it on Dillard's isn't like Macy's where you get free shipping and stuff like that. If you buy a fragrance over $80 or $100 or whatever, you have to spend $200 on Dillard's to get free shipping. So after tax and shipping, it's over $150 for it, and I'm not picking it up for that price because that's the price of discontinued products. So I'm going to wait till it comes on Macy's website. As far as the notes for it, they are grapefruit, incense, and vanilla, and I can say that it does sound good. But you never know because the 3-note breakdowns, they're just giving you 3 of the maybe 50 notes that might be in a fragrance, and so you never actually know what's going to be in the fragrance. But I trust the word of people I trust over just 3 random notes, and I can say people that I trust have told me pretty much the same thing, that it's just a better blended version of the original. So just go with that. Going into the next one. This one I am very excited about because this line contains my favorite summer fragrance in the designer fragrance community, and that is Light Blue Eau Intense. This one, they had a bunch of summer releases over the last 5 or 6 years that I really haven't been a huge fan of. Light Blue Sun was okay with the coconut. Light Blue Love is good. But it was Light Blue Forever that I grew on me, but I didn't like the rindy grapefruit. And then Light Blue Italian Love, I just despised. I know some people like it, but apparently that's getting discontinued now. And now we're moving into the new one, which is Light Blue Summer Vibes. The main notes in it are lemon, cypress, and woods. And from what I heard from another reviewer, again, that I trust, that he has spoken to somebody who lives in Germany who has already tried it and said that it is Light Blue Eau Intense with a twist, which would make sense based on those notes, citrus and woods and aromatics. So I would expect to really like that. I hope it's not too close to light blue Eau Intense, and that there really is a twist of whether it's more aromatic or it's more citrusy or it has a different style of citrus. I really hope that there is a little bit of a difference there at least. But either way, I'm really going to like it. And the bottle looks really cool. It has these blue little swirls. I'll have the bottle either there or there. And then there's also a women's release. And you guys know the women's light blue line is actually really good as well. For men, it's like they're unisex. I've always liked the women's light blues. Going into the third one, this one was the most recent announcement. And I really am enjoying the line. It's the best random pull line out there. It's nothing that's crazy, like unique or anything, but it's the best random pull line out there. They have something for every season, and this is by Coach. It is Coach for Men Green. The main notes that they give you are kiwi, bergamot, rosemary, cedar, and crystalline. I have noticed that crystalline has been used in a lot of fragrances. From what the Mont Blanc breakdown that I'm going to announce next says about crystalline, I don't know what it is. I know it's some kind of compound, but it says it kind of gives off the vibe of like glacial snow, like snow and going skiing on a mountain, giving off like that almost watery briskness that you get from the snow. So that's very interesting to know because it was also in the re-release of the Polo Deep Blue that's coming out. I don't know if that's going to just be a rebottle or what, but it's very interesting, especially if they do the kiwi right in this, because you get the kiwi, you get the rosemary, you get the bergamot, giving all that green citrus. I think that would really be a nice herbally citrus aromatic fragrance with that really interesting kiwi note in the opening, depending on how they do it. Coach for Men is one of my favorite random pulls. It is fruity, but it is able to be worn all year round. Coach Platinum is like a vanilla sauvage. Really nice. You can wear it in a lot of different situations. Then you have Coach Blue, which is actually a nice blue fragrance. I think it's a very easy wear. I don't think it's anything that breaks the bank, but it's very easy to wear, which is what that whole line is. And so if they do this one right, it'll be a nice spring fragrance, maybe leaning into summer. So that is Coach Green, or Coach for Men Green. Going into the next one, which I don't know how to feel about this because the original Mont Blanc Explorer is one of the best cheapies out there. Then they had Explorer Blue, which is meh. Now they have Mont Blanc's Explorer Platinum. And the main notes are violet, sage, cedar, and crystalline. So based on their breakdown, again, it's that watery briskness that you get from snow. I don't know if that's what it's going to smell like, but they also have violet in there, which, if you guys know, is more of a watery floral. So this seems like it's going to be, there's also musk in this and woods and then the aromatics from the sage. So it seems like it's going to be more of one of those Silver Mountain Water-esque watery aquatics, maybe like a Mercedes-Benz Eau de Toilette with that violet in there that has that wateriness and some aromatics. Sounds really interesting. Again, I don't know what the crystalline smells like. I am looking forward to it. The bottle looks sexy. There's a lot of platinums that are going on right now, like the Explorer Platinum. Then we have a L'Homme Ideal that I'm going to be talking about soon that even though it's called Platine, Platine is just a word that means platinum. So it's very interesting. Crystalline, platinum, and then earlier this year we had a lot that were using absinthe. So very interesting. Going into the next one, you guys know I've already talked about this. By Jean-Paul Gaultier, it is Lamal Elixir. Lamal Elixir can go one of two ways. It could go real bad or it could go really good. I don't see it being a middling fragrance right in the middle. I think it's either going to be just a basic ass fragrance that nobody's going to care about because the price is going to be too high because it's an elixir, or it's going to be really freaking good and we're going to be calling it the best one in the line, the newest thing to come out from Jean-Paul Gaultier. I'm hoping it's going to be a modernized version of the original with a twist, because the original I don't necessarily like anymore because it has that almost vintage, like worn out vibe. In my opinion, I wouldn't wear it anymore. It does smell good, but it's almost cloyingly sweet. I prefer La Male Parfum or Ultra Male over it, absolutely. And this one, they have lavender, benzoin, and tonka as the only 3 notes that you get, so it's not really giving us much. Benzoin going to give you that resinous vibe, the sweetness. You're also going to get that tonka giving you some of that vanillic powdery sweetness. And then you also have the lavender giving it that aromatic tone. Again, it doesn't really tell you that much about it because lavender, benzoin, and tonka are in a lot of the Lamal DNA already. The one has just more of an Oriental spice. The one has pear. You don't know what you're going to get. I've always liked Jean-Paul Gaultier's lines, Scandal, Le Beau, Lamal. I've always liked their lines, so I'm really interested to try it. And the gold bottle. It's a really nice bottle trend going on here. We got a lot of the golds and the platinums and stuff. Then we come to my most anticipated one from this entire list. No joke, I mean, there is a lot on here that I could say are my most anticipated, from the light blue to the Coach green, but this one by far, you guys know I absolutely love the original. It is by Viktor and Rolf. It is Spicebomb Infrared Eau de Parfum. They are saying it's leather, woods, pink pepper, cinnamon, chili berries, habanero, and resinous woods. Resinous woods, I'm guessing they also have some kind of benzoin in there, just like the original. It seems, just based on the notes, because that is a lot of what is in the original. They had the chili berries, they had the habanero, they had the cinnamon, they had that resin woods. It seems like it's going to be from what I'm guessing, a longer lasting version, a little bit deeper and darker with some leather. And a little bit maybe more woods, I would say. I don't know if they're going to add some smokiness in there or not, but it seems like it's going to be really good. I would say that is going to be my most anticipated. It's very weird that it's coming out right now because for most of their target population, it is going into spring and summer, and so it doesn't make any sense. But with that said, I don't care. If they release it, I'll still wear it. I'll wear it at night. I'll wear it during the day while I'm in the house. I don't know. But that's Spicebomb Infrared Eau de Parfum. Very, very, very interested in that fragrance. The bottle looks very similar to the original, just has an Eau de Parfum underneath it. Which is weird because you would think they would have changed it a little bit. I mean, the stripe is a little bit different of a red color, but like what they did with the Night Vision, the bottle almost completely changed. But anyway, going into the one that I was just mentioning before, we have 2 new Guerlains. We have Guerlain. This one is L'Homme Idéal Platine Prive, which again, Platine just means platinum. The main notes are grapefruit, bergamot, almond, neroli, musk, and vetiver. I've talked with a few people about this, and it looks like a very similar fragrance to L'Homme Idéal cologne. So I don't know if this is just like since they're changing their bottle styles and stuff like that up, which the bottles for these 2, this one and the next one, look so cool. And I already have most of the collection already. It looks like it's L'Homme Idéal cologne almost rebottled with a twist. Because that was almond and neroli mostly. And so I don't know if in this one they're going to have that grapefruit and bergamot be heavier, or maybe the vetiver or the musk. Who knows? But I would expect this to be maybe a little bit of a twist on that L'Homme Idéal cologne. If you like that fragrance, this one looks like it's going to be in that vein. So I'm very excited about that. Going into spring and summer, it would be a perfect fit. Then we have the next one by Guerlain. It is Habit Rouge Prive. So another Prive. This one looks very interesting because the notes are ginger, bergamot, iris. You got your sweet floral with the orange blossom, vanilla, leather, and patchouli. So, I mean, there's iris, vanilla, leather, ginger, that sweet florals. It looks like it could be a really freaking great fragrance. I don't remember what the original Habit Rouge smells like, but I do remember liking it. I remember it being a little bit vintage, but with that said, that was a long time ago. I can say that the notes in this with the iris and that vanilla, it looks like it could be a mix between your formal and your casual fragrance, which could mean this is like an anytime iris sweet fragrance that has some of that spice and aromatics in it. But we will have to see some sweet florals, and that ginger. Ginger is one of my favorite notes in fragrances, so I'm definitely keeping an eye out. I already saw them pop up on one of my fragrance sites that I'm going to be picking up once they're in stock, but the pictures are there, so I know that they'll be there within the next week. Going into technically the last of the designers, this is a 3-time release coming out from Ralph Lauren. in the Polo Earth line, which I can tell you, I tried Polo Earth last year. It came out last year. It's not for me. I know some people liked it. Most people didn't because it's very, very, very heavy on the florals. It is very unisex, leaning feminine, in my opinion. You would have to live in very hot weather all the time to be able to really appreciate this fragrance unless you really like white florals, which I don't. So this line is not going to be one I'm going to be picking up. I will smell it when it comes to Sephora, but the first one is Polo Earth Provincial Sage, which is sage, vetiver, sandalwood, and bergamot, which sounds good. It looks like they removed the neroli from that one, but because it's a Polo Earth, I'm guessing there is neroli underneath it. Who knows? I honestly don't know. Based on those notes, it would be something I like, but again, I'll try them in the store. I'm not going to be able to pick up all 16 of these, obviously, so I'm picking and choosing, and I'll let you know at the end of the video which ones I'm already prioritizing over others. Then we have Polo Earth Antilles Vetiver, and that is vanilla, bourbon, sage, and vetiver, which again smells really good. Or vanilla bourbon. Bourbon vanilla is that style of vanilla, sage, and vetiver. So again, not many notes. There are more on the site where I'll put up here. That one looks really good as well. I think those two, the first two, are going to be ones that I might very much enjoy. The third one, I don't think I'm going to enjoy at all because it's called Moroccan Neroli. And based on the Neroli from the first one, the original Polo Earth, if they're amping up that Neroli factor, which it's weird because the notes that they gave us, which I think the person who made these notes for the Moroccan Neroli got it incorrect because they don't have any Neroli mentioned. It's ginger, grapefruit, and benzoin. There's no neroli. I actually wrote it down on my paper. There's no neroli. But I'm guessing that might be just too obvious to put as a note. I don't know. But if they're trying to amp up the neroli in there, it's not going to be for me. But with that said, ginger, grapefruit, and benzoin sound great. So that's why I'm waiting until those ones come to my store. Other than that, I will let you know we also have two that I'm not going to talk anything else about. We have Guess Uomo Acqua. It's going to be a cheapie from Guess probably. And then we have Acqua di Parma, Blue Mediterraneo, Arancia La Spugnatura. Which if you want to go check it out on iFragrance, go ahead. I don't have any of the information with me. I can't even pronounce the name, so Acqua di Parmas are either hit or miss. And then, as far as the niche community is concerned, there is a lot of different releases out there. The ones that are primarily people are looking at are the new Xerjoffs, obviously, but those ones are already released, I believe. And then we have the Nishane X line, which is kind of like Parfums de Marly, how they did Latent Exclusive, the exclusive line. This is the X line on Nishane Ani X, Hacivat X, Wulong Cha X, 100 Silent Ways X, and Fan Your Flames X. If you want to see all the notes for that, go to my community tab or iFragrance. I did post all of them on my community tab for everyone that I just mentioned here. All the notes are there. Some of them look like they're just adding like oud or a freshness to the Ani. It's just a little bit of a twist to the original, which is what you're guessing with that X. Probably a little bit longer lasting, but we will find out. I'm probably not going to pick any of those up outside of samples until I figure out which ones I like, because I don't buy niche unless it's a love for me. I don't blind buy them. But let me know which ones you're most excited about from this list. I would have to say out of this entire list, the ones that I'm prioritizing over others are the two L'Homme Ideals. Those are definitely on there. Coach Green, Spicebomb Infrared Eau de Parfum, Lamal Elixir, Light Blue Summer Vibes, and I would say Explorer Platinum. But I'm the Polo Earths and the Prada Ocean Eau de Parfum, I'm definitely putting below the rest. Obviously, the Nishanes and the Guess and the Acqua di Parma, I'm not going to be getting either. But yeah, again, let me know. So those are all the new releases that are on their way out, except for Prada, which is already out. I will let you guys know during my lives and stuff like that if I pick any of them up. You guys know I try to get them as quick as possible. I will end up trying every one of these at some point in time. It's just some of them might be later than others. But yeah, thank you guys so much. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll be back with another video. Peace out.